Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan that likes reading up on theories and predictions. This upcoming week will feel like an eternity for many, including myself, and I can't wait to see the next epic battle. So in this video I will go over what the battle tactics could look like for the next episode. In Season 8 Episode 2 we get an overhead map of the battle scene. We see the formations of the Stark and Daenerys army. In the center we have the Unsullied and Dothraki army, which are led by Grey Worm and Ser Jorah. On the left flank will be the Knights of the Vale and the Wildlings. The reason why I say this is when you have to put together a mixture of troops, you don't want to put troops that dislike each other in the same formation. As it was said on Episode 2, this is where Brienne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister will be. On the right flank we'll have the rest of the northern houses. This includes Lyanna Mormont and House Karstark. I've seen other videos where they talk about why do we need all these troops? Why couldn't they use the remaining dragons to burn the dead, and why didn't they use their dragons to terrorize the Night King's army while it was en route? Guerrilla warfare style. The simple answer is that the Night King's army has javelins that they can use to take down dragons, and they also have their own air support, Viserion, and without any ground support, well, if your dragon gets taken down, there will be no way of saving it, or at the very least preventing it from falling into enemy hands, and being used against you later. So no, they wouldn't want to risk losing their dragons. I think their plan would be to keep the dragons near ground support and have both the ground and air support reinforcing each other, keeping the enemy off balance. There's actually an article critiquing the Night King's javelin throw by a world record holding Olympian, and well, let's just say that she was very impressed and thinks that he was on some supernatural doping. The article is in the description below. Also, some theories out there say that the Night King won't be at this battle. However, all the foreshadowing in Episode 2 points that he will come. The Night King did go out of his way to take down the previous three-eyed ravens, so it would make sense that he would come after Bran. Also, the opening credits show the path of where the Night King's army is located. The Night King has been very meticulous, patient, and deliberate with his actions. He seems to want to use maximum force in every engagement. Remember the battle at Hardhome? He was out in full force. His tactics don't involve splitting his army, and I don't think he would want to risk exposing himself without his army. The actor who plays the Night King also let it slip, during an interview, that he would be at the battle. So definitely I think he will be there. The Stark and Daenerys forces will be fighting the Night King's army out in the open in the cover of darkness. In a scenario like this, I would predict that the Stark-Daenerys army would hold their ground as long as they could and let the Night's army charge at them. The most effective way to hold off such a huge army is to create choke points as to split the enemy into more manageable waves. I would imagine that the Stark-Daenerys army would set up areas that could be set on fire throughout the battlefield to create these choke points. They will use the dragons to create additional fire barriers and take out the Night King's army just behind their front lines. During the War Room meeting, you can see candles throughout the battlefield. I think they are there to hint at the use of fire choke points during the battle. Also, from this War Room scene, you can see they have set up a trench around the city that will be ignited when the signal from Sir Davos is given. Once the Stark and Daenerys army formations get overrun, they will fall back behind their perimeter trench and set it on fire and defend from the wall. I would imagine after the wall gets compromised that the Stark and Daenerys army would fight in the city and would burn the city to the ground if they could not hold it. This battle will most likely be very chaotic, so you may not be able to see this sort of sequence take place, and may see quick chaotic scenes like in the Battle of the Bastards. Inside Winterfell, I believe the Night King will bring back to life some of the dead in the crypts. There is a scene from the trailer where Daenerys says that the dead are already here, and there are many scenes in the trailer where our heroes are in the halls and passageways looking like they are being attacked or trying to hunt down the dead. So it'll be up to our heroes to battle the dead inside Winterfell while the Stark-Daenerys army fights simultaneously in the battlefield. As far as using Bran as the bait, I think the plan will partially work, and get the Night King to come to the Godswood, but I predict our heroes will find that the Night King cannot be stopped by Dragonglass, Dragonfire, or Valyrian Steel. I think the prophecy of Azor Ahai has to come true where someone like Melisandre has to die to bring out Lightbringer to stop the Night King. My prediction is that Melisandre will not reach the battle in time, and without her, Jon and the rest of our heroes will not be able to stop the Night King, and he will succeed in taking out Bran, or at the very least incapacitate him, and our heroes will need a way to retreat. Some of our heroes and remaining survivors of the Stark-Daenerys army may have to stay and hold off the Night King's army to allow the rest to escape. From the overall map, you can see they left a bridge open on the south side of Winterfell. I believe they will use this or use the hidden passageways from the crypt to escape. Also, this little girl better survive, as my heart dropped when I saw this scene. As far as where they can escape to, could be the Vale, Dragonstone, Bear Island, or the Iron Islands. As far as our characters go, I could see Baron Dondarrion sacrificing himself. I also could see Grey Worm, Ser Jorah, Theon, Gendry, Podrick, and Lyanna fall in this episode. I think the rest of the cast will survive and escape. I saw a fan theory that the Hound and Arya will go to King's Landing and take on Cersei in the mountain. I think that could be very likely. I also think that Brienne could meet her end, as her story arc is completed with her becoming a knight. Her death could weigh heavily on Jaime, and inspire him as well as others to continue on in her name. I think Varys will survive, as I think he will have to meet Melisandre again, and again I predict Melisandre will not make it in time for this battle. I agree with other predictions that Tyrion still has a story arc to follow and will survive. Also, it would be disappointing that Bronn would make his way to the north, only to find that the Night King's army beat him to it. I don't think Jaime's end will be here as well, and could see that Bronn save him once again as nobody gets to kill him but Bronn. I know I said that I don't think Melisandre will show up, but if she does and brings with her a Red Priestess army, I still don't think they would defeat the Night King, but just drive him and his army away. I think the final battle with the Night King will be in the last 3 episodes, with Melisandre advising Jon what he must do to bring about the prophecy of Azor Ahai and finally get rid of the Night King once and for all. And you know who else will be at the Battle of Winterfell? Elmo, that's right, to save the day, because respect is coming and Elmo loves toast. I think that wraps up the predictions I can come up with on the next episode. I can't wait to see it. 1 hour's worth of battle scenes will be fun and exciting. Please thumbs up if you like this video or thumbs down if you don't, and post in the comments section so that I can hear your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get more updates on Game of Thrones and other series and movies, as I will be posting my thoughts and predictions.